have an intro. Like I have been trying to. I don't know. I need to make an intro at some point. I think my daughter's trying to come in, which is okay. Um, but I don't have an intro.
Haven't we made you a
And I
song yet?
want to also one of my questions. I don't think I don't know. I don't
We must
think
make you a
so.
song.
But
Yeah.
if you guys ever do, that would be cool because I don't know how to make songs. And it's like I don't know. I was about to say one of my questions to you is going to be like, how do you guys make these cool songs? Cuz CG said that you guys made one for him and he loved it. And I was like, how do I get on the Uncle Funk song thing? Like
I'm pretty sure we made you a song. I have to, if not.
Well, but there's also another Snow in the community in on Blaze, so I think you guys might have made a song for the other
Let me
Snow.
see.
I don't know, but maybe you did for me. I don't know. I don't know.
Let me see. Snow. I don't know. No, doesn't look like it so far. But if not, we will remedy that situation. We will make a lost snow song.
That would be really cool. Yeah, I just like because it's like I've been wanting to make an intro for myself for like these specifically these interviews that I do, and I don't know how. And I also there's also I don't know Black Fox and Redmond, they also stream on Blaze. They also do AI songs for themselves, but I just haven't had time to like get with anybody and actually learn how to do them. And I don't even know if I'm going to be good at that because I'm not
Well,
very
it's so
musical.
easy. You
I'm
just
like artsy.
you go. I'll actually type it in the chat on the stream. I've got to log into Blaze. Restarted my computer, so I've got to log in everywhere again.
Oh
And then I
no.
can. I'll actually. So there's something called easymusic.ai. Yeah, so you just on
Easymusic.ai. I
GPT,
need
just
to.
you just say write me a song about me, and then you and my favorite style, and then you just
Okay.
put it into easymusic.ai, and then we just do that for people in our community.
Wow. That's really
Easy
cool. That is that yeah, that's like super
music.
cool. I pulled it up AI music generator. I'm
Link
gonna have to
removed.
try it out.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I did happen last time. I need to fix that. I need to like make it to where you could post links in there. I don't know how to. I haven't figured it out because I always forget. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna figure it out like after the stream, and then I'm like, I'm too tired. I'm going to bed. I'm sorry, but I did find the AI Easy Music AI thing, so I mean I can post it in the chat.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I guess like people,
oh,
if anybody else wants to like check it out. What kind of dogs do you
I
have?
got 2 border collies. So we're on a
Mhm.
farm, and
Mhm.
a little. Hey, hey! Drop them off at the Chinese shop so they can become snacks.
That's hilarious.
um, was I saying? And little Yorkie. Yeah, she's a puppy. So
Okay,
I
that's
had
cool.
a
That's so
staffy. We
cool.
had a female staffy called Lily. She died about 2.5 weeks ago, and then we had
Oh
just
no.
like immediately to fill the space in our hearts, because I mean, I
Mm.
walk. I've got like a prayer path around a property. It's a kilometer long. So
Mhm.
every day for the past
Mhm.
9 years, I've done
Wow.
7 laps with that Amstaff with Lily, this Staffy,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
murderous dog. I'm not getting a Staffy again. I think killed any animal it saw. But after, I just thought, okay, to get another big dog, we already have a border collie, and she's great for the farm. And then we
Mhm.
also
Mhm.
got a little Yorkie because, man, I don't know. I like Yorkies, little rat killers.
Yeah, they could be cute depending on I don't know, depending on their owner. I think because like sometimes they could be really yappy, but sometimes they're really sweet. I think it just depends on what kind of owner you are.
Yes.
Um, it's like if you teach your dog well, it's going to behave well. If you don't teach them well,
Well,
it's not going to
look,
behave well.
Staffies
And
are
that was
not like
like
that. Staffies, no.
they're not like
Any
that.
terrier, his instinct is going to override training.
Mm.
So you'll it'll respond to your no, like don't attack.
Mm-hmm.
It'll respond to
Mm-hmm.
that. But if you're on a farm and stuff, you can naturalize them anything. The moment they see another dog or a little
Yeah.
goat from across another farm or snakes or whatever, they
Mm-hmm.
just kill everything. And they just so I mean,
Yeah.
our dogs are socialized because we're an NGO. We've got hundreds of people here that
Yeah.
we look after. And feed and all that kind of thing.
That's so
So
cool.
Lily didn't attack other human beings unless you're here at night, you know, yeah,
Doing shady
she
things.
knows you're up to mischief,
Yeah.
But
That's funny.
but yeah, so I got another puppy now. It's another border collie, and it's a male, which we usually don't go for males either. We usually just have a bunch of females. Because if there's a male, then you've got usually like an alpha, and but you can do that
Yeah.
with nice pack animals like they're herding animals, herding. And the
Yeah.
terrier that
Yeah.
we've got, like Staff. So Staffies are terriers, So the
Mm-hmm.
the Yorkie that we've got, she's too small to kill anything big. So when she grows up, she'll probably just kill snakes and rats and
That's so
stuff.
funny. Yeah. That is so funny. My dog is a plot hound, and usually people don't know what that is, but it's basically, I think they originated in Germany, and they were bred for hunting boar
Good
and
Lord.
bear. Um, and he's not too big. But he is incredibly fast. And he whenever he was young, we found him out, like somebody had dumped him out in the forest, and he was just a little
Oh.
3-month-old puppy, and he was like really hungry, and we tried to drive away, which I already was like trying to convince my husband to take this dog home. So then he was running after our car, and I was like, okay, like you have to stop,
Yeah, I
and we
can
have to
imagine
take
you're
this
like,
dog home, because it's like
let me grab Molly here so you can see her.
it's my dog
Yes, come here.
now.
Come, let's show you to Lost Snow. There we go. She's crated at the moment, so no, look at her. See, there she
Oh,
goes.
it's so cute! Oh my god, it's so cute! It's like they're just
Like
so
I'm this
cute.
big monstrous Viking-looking dude, and then I've got this little. She looks like an Ewok.
She does look like
She's
an
an Ewok. She's
Ewok.
like,
That is so true.
get him, Molly, get him. Look at her eyes. She's got little blue eyes.
So
Yes.
cute. So
Ow.
cute. That is just adorable. I love dogs. I'm such a dog person. Oh goodness,
Ow.
it's so cute.
Yes.
Anyway, you distracted me too much with this dog. I can't think anymore.
Yeah, check how cute she is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's funny, and she's like the runt of the litter, so she's somewhere between a
Oh.
teacup and a proper size. It was hilarious. I
Yeah,
usually stick her in the
that
slipper.
is
I mean,
just
you'll die
cute.
of cute attacks. Let me see what it looks like. I've got these fluffy sheepskin slippers, and then I just shove her in there.
Yeah.
You see her sticking out of those.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. She's the
Yeah,
cutest
she's
dog.
funny.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for showing her to me.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hmm.
And
Oh
this
my
is Cade.
goodness.
Come here, Cade.
And
Come. No, Cade doesn't. Come.
she doesn't want to
He's
show
like,
her
yes,
face.
he's a good boy.
She's too
Come
shy.
up here. Let's see if we can get you. What is it? Is it a
Oh, they're
Okay,
so
1,
cutie.
2, 3. Up. There we go. He's a good-looking boy.
Oh, he is.
Yes,
Hello.
he's a
So
good-looking boy.
cute. Oh my gosh. I love dogs. I'm not a cat person at all. I'm a
Yeah,
dog
Midnight
person.
Cats lady's got like 500 cats,
Hello.
and now she's got another 2 kittens as well. Yay! Okay, playtime's over, Cade. They have plenty of walks and stuff with me every day.
That's awesome. That's really cool. But before I get more distracted about dogs, because we could sit here and talk about dogs for probably an hour. I wanted to ask you, so you do have like such a vibrant community on Blaze, and they actually like they're showing up in the chat, and I wanted to say hi to all of them because when I start like asking you questions, I'm gonna forget to like even pay attention to the chat. But like, hello everyone, thank you for coming. JT's there too. You guys are awesome. Um, so I wanted to ask, so did you start streaming first or did you get into crypto first? Or like how did that happen?
Oh, that's a cool question. Luckily, we've got 3 hours today, so
We got 3 hours and we'll be here for 3 hours.
yeah, a bridge 20-minute. Look, I fell into crypto by mistake. Although I think all things are providence, but after being scammed out of 4 Bitcoin. Yes.
Oh no. No, what do you mean 4 Bitcoin? Like no.
uh,
Oh my god.
so like I did. So I was live streaming anyway. So I was doing a religious live stream for our NGO every day. So I do things 1,000 days at a time. So I was live every day for 1,000 days with our Overcomers thing and raising money for our NGO activities. So we take care of kids that come from gender-based violence homes. I'm in South Africa. It's the most dangerous place on earth to be a little girl. And really, I've been...
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Before you gender-based.
Yeah. GBV.
Okay. So I know
it's
what you
against
mean
women
now.
and children
Yeah,
mostly.
okay. Okay. Because I had to like think about it because it didn't click at first. I was like, what does it mean? Are we talking about like because they came from like a transgender family that they were abusing the kids? Or like,
No, we're not
I
in your
just had to
liberal
think about
West.
it for
This
a
is
second.
Africa where there's real problems. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, no, this is, this is vicious. People, don't just get insulted. They actually get raped and murdered and trafficked and, and my wife and I, this year we will have been married for 28 years. And so for that entire marriage, we've been working amongst kids in high poverty areas. And before we met separately. So, so we met in that kind of ministry, NGO, nonprofit world. And we've done a lot of stuff, a lot of fundraising activities and stuff throughout the years. So I don't know, must have been 2020-ish. I don't know. When it's 2026, or maybe when did COVID happen? That was just after COVID.
2020
Yeah,
basically.
so we were
It started
very
in
busy
2020.
through COVID because we've got big feeding schemes. We do more than 80,000 meals a month. And, so throughout COVID, you get designated a essential service. So you're able to just keep going. So we just kept going. And then a friend of mine who's a pastor actually came to me one day and said, listen, there's this thing that all the churches are doing. This guy asked you to buy something called Bitcoin. No, I was like, what's Bitcoin? So I think Bitcoin was $12,000 at that point. Something like that. I can't remember. But somehow we managed to get some. So yeah, I think my wifey and I we had some savings or whatever. I don't know. And we managed to get some. And then we just continued doing our normal fundraising and all that kind of thing. And some money was coming in from this pyramid scheme scam investment thing. And we thought, because you know what they say? They say, no, it's a trading bot, right? That you buy some Bitcoin and they've got a trading bot and you're getting money from the trading bot. And we were like, money's coming in from the trading bot. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. But I didn't focus on it because my wife was handling that because she does a lot more of the admin stuff while I was really in the day-to-day of the NGO side of things. And I was live streaming every single afternoon sometimes 2 or 3
Yeah.
times, because I had to
Mhm.
raise, between 500 and $2,000 every day to keep our operations going. So the pressure was insane,
Wow.
and so having this extra bit of money from this Bitcoin thing was very helpful. I was like, oh, cool, man. So we were doing extra
Yeah.
things, helping people, and
Yeah.
and then one day we couldn't withdraw money anymore from our Bitcoin investment, and then it
Mhm.
turned out it was a pyramid scheme, and everybody, it was called MTI, Mirror Trading International,
Mhm.
and everybody was involved. They caught just Web 2 people basically, and mostly people who were non-profits and churches and that kind of thing, because it's a very
Oh,
deep
okay.
trust circle, right? Uh, we're
Yeah,
mostly
yeah.
shepherds and sheep. There's not many wolves in our ecosystem. There are, but we spot them quickly and get rid of them, because
Yeah.
all of us work with at-risk human beings, and
Yeah.
so the trust circle is big. Anyway, long story short, um, after all of that happened, I was intrigued about the crypto world. I wanted to know more. So
Mhm.
some of my friends who had actually gone deeper into crypto because of this scam, they went and they started talking about, they were the buzzwords. They were talking about XRP and this and that,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
tell me more. And the more they told me, the more I realized it was all a big casino. And I didn't
Yeah.
really care much until uh, someone told me what an NFT was, and
Mhm.
this all these lights went on in my head, because I was like, uh, so an NFT is a playing card that you can buy anywhere in the world and sell it. And I had already had this
Mhm.
desire in my heart to create a game where our community and extended communities out in Africa and into India, because we
Mhm.
really just work with poor people. I had this thing in my head where I wanted to have a
Mhm.
game where you could actually
Mhm.
sell stuff and get the money in the real, but we couldn't do it because of all the regulations. Um,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
had to basically have a banking license and for the know your customer stuff, and all these different licenses.
Yeah.
Not and then it's not just for South Africa; it's for every country's got its own
Mhm.
thing and regional. And then I just gave up because it was just too much. And then when I saw the NFTs, I was like, oh my word, we can have people's inventories full of things that they
Mhm.
can all just sell to each other. So that was in
Mhm.
2024, I think, um, and
Yeah.
and the beginning of end of 2023, yeah. Uh, and so then I was like, okay, we want to make a game where the whole inventory is NFTs, um, and uh, and then I didn't know anything about anything, so
Mhm.
I was watching YouTube videos trying to find out about crypto and stuff, and then there's a guy in on crypto Twitter. His name's Leon Abud. He does these very good. You know Leon,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know him. Who
Yes.
doesn't know Leon Aboud? Like, I feel like everybody does. Like, what?
so so I was watching all these videos and stuff, and I reached out to him and I said, "Man, the stuff is
Mhm.
is cool." And I was commenting on his Twitter posts and stuff, and then he offered this course, and he had this like special, because they were usually very expensive, where you signed up and you and a bunch of other builders could hang out with him every single Tuesday. I think it was either a Tuesday or a Thursday for an entire year. So the whole of 2024, I think,
Okay.
every single Thursday, I was in this mentorship group with these guys, and excuse me, I learned so much about crypto and about uh, marketing and utility and all the words I didn't know, because I came in after the crypto boom,
Okay.
right?
So that course was actually useful, and it like actually was a
You
real
can't go
thing.
wrong with those
Cause I
guys, yeah.
always,
With Leon Abud
yeah,
and
okay.
Crypto Kermit, you just can't go wrong.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay.
with those dudes, because they, like Crypto Kermit is probably one of the most knowledgeable people. His name's Charbel. He's probably one of the most knowledgeable people in crypto, and he actually wanted me to build on his suggestions. You're going to build a game, do it on what was it called? Beacon. Beacon had this gaming ecosystem. It's on the Arbitrum chain, and
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know enough, because it was, crypto was such an insiders club, where there's like this inside joke if
Mm-hmm.
you're like me, with a small IQ. Um, and I've got a very high EQ, very low IQ. I always joke, God made me 98% creative and 2% intelligent. You know? So I'm like spectacularly creative. But
I have to disagree with
no,
that.
I'm a good people person, but man, put numbers and stuff in front of me, I'm like start drooling, you know. So so while I was hanging out with these guys, it's very funny. I told them my vision. I said, I want to make a game. The game must send money to the NGO, and people who play the game must make money so that I can have people in high poverty areas play the game. Whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, so Leon said, okay, well, it's very important. The first thing you got to do is you got to build a community, and he's all about the founder funnel. So where you've got to, as a founder, build a brand. So I was like, okay, cool. What's the first step? So I said, well, you got to try and do at least 100 spaces. Now, me being me, if you tell me to do 100 spaces, I thought it was my homework between that Thursday and the next Thursday. So I went and climbed on just at the end of the worst, like that big boom, the bull market, which
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't there for.
Yes.
I don't know anything about
Mm-hmm.
bulls and bears other than the animals.
You only
Yeah.
know the
I
bear.
only know the bear, the worst time possibly to bull. So I went on all these stages, all these angry people going on about rugs. The
Oh
term
no.
crypto gaming in my head was what I wanted to build, the NFT inventories.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto gaming in their head was these little gambly clicky games that were scamming everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So NGO in
Yes.
my head was what we do for real on the ground. NGO in their heads was all the crypto scams that said they were NGOs and actually scam money out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know. I
Yeah.
climbed on 100 stages in a week
That's
and
insane.
talk about I'm building a crypto game to fund my NGO. I get sworn and insulted and accused, and I couldn't understand what was going on. Now, every now and then there's a good space, like some
Oh
good
my
spaces, but
gosh.
most of the time you just get
Mm-hmm.
shreked, and they just like rip into you. So by the time I came out of that, um, I had picked up 3,000 followers. I mean, I only had like 100 followers or something
Wow.
on, or 20, or I don't know. I mean, almost no followers on X. So after that 1 week, I had like
Wow.
I don't know, a couple of thousand followers. And
That is crazy. This is like the most interesting story that I've ever heard from anybody that I've talked to. We can sit here for 3 hours and talk about, because it's so interesting. So I cannot believe that you went to like all these spaces in 1 week and gained so many followers just by joining, because it does work. So if you go into spaces and you actually go on stages and you speak and you're like somewhat eloquent, because the bar is so
the
low,
bar
you
is
do
very
get
low.
followers. Like people, if you have anything, the bar is not. It's in the gutter. It doesn't exist. So it's like if you're somewhat eloquent and you have like anything interesting to say, or like you're a little different than everybody else, you will get followers. It's like it is
And I'm
actually a
easily
really
triggered.
good way
I
to
take
grow your
everything
account.
personally. So yeah,
You
I got
just like me.
angry. I
I
mean,
love
and they laughed so much.
it.
Like,
Ah,
because I just like, it's like, who the
I
hell do you
love
think
it.
you're talking to, man? because they just call you a scammer. I'm like, you don't know me. Who the hell are you? Then I was like, dude, where do
Wow,
you live?
that's
Where do you
crazy.
live? Let's talk now, face to face. Because I come from I'm a Gen X. We solve problems like this. You don't just say terrible things.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I love
and
it.
people are laughing. Oh, they're threatening, but
Oh, it
that
is
was my
so
first
funny.
crypto experience. After being scammed, I didn't get
I
insulted.
love it.
I just wanna-
Yeah. It's like, you're not gonna insult me. What do you mean? Oh,
so
wow.
that's how I ended up. So the question about did I get into crypto first or go live first? I was already going
Mm-hmm.
live on on the religious and NFT platforms, and that
Mm-hmm.
was doing well. But I was so burnt out from begging for a living. I've been doing that for like 30
Right.
years, because begging to keep in these kids alive, and it's also very tough because very few people actually think you as a human have any right to survive. So you can raise money for other people,
Right.
but the moment you try and cover your own costs or take a salary, or so we couldn't do stuff like that. So we had
Yeah.
to have other ways and means to try and survive ourselves. So the burnout was just insane.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, how about we just build a game that it's our money. We can help anybody we want to. We can live the way we want to. We can, adopt as many kids as we want
Yeah.
to. you know,
Yeah.
like the money gives you freedom. So, so
Right.
yeah. Then I thought, let me try doing on X what I did. Uh, uh, um, with overcomers where I go live, and X was just a
Mm-hmm.
nightmare. I tried the spaces, and half the time it was just bots and stuff showing up and everything. And then
Yeah.
Gamefather introduced me to Arena Social, and I got there, and that's where I met a bunch
Okay.
of the community B and General Kev and a couple of the folks there.
Mm-hmm.
um, and and then I said, okay, we're going to launch a token here because we don't know what a token even is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I made a commitment. So, okay, we're going to go live every day for 1,000 days. And where are we now? I know our chatters in the community. I think we're on 400 and something days consecutively, or 300. I know we
Wow.
went past a
Okay.
year last month or something. Um, but and then Blaze rocked up. And it's funny, I was applying
Mm-hmm.
for Blaze, but I just got ignored. Yeah, because I thought that looks cool. And then it became public; anybody could go live. So then, the moment I
Mm-hmm.
saw that that was possible, we just came here, and it worked a lot better than anywhere else. Arena Social was really good initially,
Yeah.
um, and
Yeah.
now we're really enjoying Blaze. Community loves Blaze; they really love it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been also really enjoying it. And I remember, like, you were one of the first people I saw that was going live on Blaze when I joined the platform. And I was always like, I saw that you always had like a lot of people like talking in your chat and like stuff like that. So I was always like interested to see like what you guys were like up to, what you were doing. But you have such an interesting story, and there's like so many things that I want to ask, like, even apart from crypto. So like, so you guys actually like, you help like children and women, or like just like anybody, or I'm just interested in that, because that is like, I don't know how you guys do it, and that's like, to me, that's like very admirable. It's like, to, and also like, do you so now that you are like streaming on Blaze and everything, so are you guys able to make enough money? Because you were saying that you had to like stream before then, and then like you were doing like, you had to raise like from 500 to like $2,000 a day to like keep everything going. So how is it now? Are things better? Is it is like, how is it going now?
Um, Well, a bunch of cool things happened. I mean, we're struggling
Mhm.
now for a little bit, but we got a nice grant from Say, which, they canceled grants with all their games and stuff 2 months ago, which was devastating. But the
Mhm.
time that we had the grant from SAY, and then we had investors and all that kind of thing, and we've got a firm policy that the first 10% of
Mm.
anything that we get, no matter how we get it, always goes to the NGO. So, so
Okay.
in building and getting investments, all the kind of thing, we were able to pump a lot of money into keeping the lights on, just electricity and internet here, because it's a community. There's a lot
Mhm.
of people who need electricity. Fridges have to stay on. Just that
Mhm.
is like $2,500 to $3,000 a month, So, um, uh, so I just took the step of faith. I just said, well, let's build. And then, Jax is one of the people in the chat over there, Jax414, you see over there, him and his family, they just sold
Mhm.
everything in the UK and moved here to come and help. So they do fundraising for a lot of the
Wow.
activities that I used to have to carry. There's another American team that's come, American family that's come. They do a lot of fundraising now to carry a lot of activities and overheads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So where I had to do the fundraising alone, not do everything alone, but the fundraising was 90%, 99% me. Um, Now there's a
Yeah.
team, and they are very mature, Oi,
Yeah.
hey, naughty. So they're very mature, and they're able to carry and stress with me. I don't think we stress per se, but also, like on the feeding stuff, my brother-in-law and my sister, they jumped in there, and
Mhm.
now, I mean, Carl and Kathy carry the feeding. They handle
Mhm.
that stuff. So all the stuff that I had to do everything. Mandy and I had to. My wife Mandy, she had to carry all of the admin and all of the logistics, and you know. And then at one point, we also had a major sponsor, which was hundreds of thousands
Mhm.
of dollars, and we were able to go up to 170 staff. But that caused me so much stress uh,
Mm.
because it was still I at that then I was going like 22-hour days on average, and I was
Yeah.
burning out. And yeah, Jax, he says there's always more children than money, so
Yeah.
now, streaming doesn't cover anything NGO wise at the moment. I think on a really good
Yeah.
week I'll get like 150, $160 from Blaze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's not.
right now the team's carrying it, and we call this a desert season, a winter. And in the
Yeah.
meantime, the game has gotten to a place where all we need now really is the infrastructure to start bringing Web 2 on board. Because
Mhm.
just too complex still
Mhm.
for Web 2 to on board, because Web 3 stuff, I mean, we've had to rebuild our financial on ramp 4 times because the third party suppliers
Mm.
keep going bankrupt or disappearing, or the people who
Yeah.
supply your payment gateways and stuff like that. And um, so our last little step now, it's like a push where we're just suffering through this, you know, very difficult financial season, where
Mhm.
we just have to get the game to a place where we can start getting people from Web2 to come and play and buy stuff. But I don't have to stress so much, because I think all I really have to focus on is to make sure, like, that the electricity and the internet. So I keep phoning there in the little bits of time I have, because the rest of the team, Jax and his team, and the Americans, and they are also helping with that fundraising. Carl and them are working hard on the feeding. So the big answer to that question is that it's not just me anymore. There's a
Mhm.
fantastic team
Mhm.
now, and I don't have to worry about who gets help. So just to answer your who we help question, um, our principal focus is children, up to around about 14 years old, because they're the ones who are most at
Mhm.
risk. Uh, so as
Mhm.
much as we can, we fetch as many as we can afford every weekend and school holiday. So I think Jackson's team feed like around about 200 kids every weekend that come here. They sit them down
Wow.
and they look after them.
Mhm.
Um, the most dangerous time is really school holidays, when the kids are not in school. That's when your predators are really
Mhm.
active because the kids are unsupervised. Most of them come in high
Oh,
poverty
okay.
areas, single parent homes, or they're being raised by their grandma because uh,
Mhm.
both of the parents or whatever are either away or gone. It's Africa, so your
Mhm.
fatherlessness
Hey,
is yeah.
do you wanna hear something? That's how I grew up. I grew up without my parents because I was born in Bulgaria, which is in Eastern Europe, and it was right after
Yeah.
communism fell. So the country was very poor. So my parents left when I was probably 7 or 8. And then I didn't live with them until I was like 16
Wow.
basically. So so I grew up with my one grandmother and my alcoholic uncle.
That sounds about right. Now imagine that in a little shack with no
Yeah.
electricity, running water, toilet. Yeah.
Yeah, which is way worse. I couldn't, I didn't have like the problems that the kids there have because I mean, at the end of the day, Bulgaria is not so bad. Like I had a home, we had electricity, we had food, my parents were sending money and everything, but it was just tough just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
your
yeah.
parents weren't there. But it's like it was just interesting because it's like it just happens like so much. But I understand like the kids being raised by their grandparents, and it's like my grandma had no control over me. I was like out in the streets,
Yes.
but here it's safe. The thing is that here was safe. Like nobody ever I was never in any danger or like trouble or anything like that, even though I was staying out late like sometimes, but Bulgaria is like extremely safe even to this day. Like now like whenever the kids are unsupervised here, when they're out of school and there's like school holidays, they're just running around town. Like I live in a very small town here in Bulgaria right now because I used to live in the US. And then me and my husband came back to Europe to basically have a kid because in the US we didn't feel like we didn't
Yeah.
feel comfortable to have a kid there. So we came to Europe and we had a kid, and it's like she's having a great time here, but like it's so safe for children. Like they literally are out on their own anywhere, and it's like me and my husband are always like just kind of like taken aback even after 2 years because it's like you would be out in an afternoon and there would be like a gang of like 7-year-olds just running around without their parents, and it's like nobody bothers them. No, the kids here are
How
like
old is
not
your
in any
daughter? Is
danger at
she
all, which is
7?
really nice. No,
Oh,
she's one and a
okay,
half.
imagine this cute little
She's just a little
squeaky little
bitty baby.
daughter. Just like her mom.
Yeah, it's just yeah, she is a squeaky little daughter. She's so cute. But I'm
No,
sorry
it's a
for
good
the
distraction.
distraction, but
No, but I mean, then like being raised by your gran, and I mean, you get it. Like a lot of them are
mhm.
just completely exposed, running around in a place that is not
Mhm.
Bulgaria, um,
Mm.
that is Africa, and
Mhm.
like uh, so child trafficking is massive because
Mhm. Mhm.
the Muslim countries, they've got the biggest markets in the world for child trafficking. So that is from like northern Nigeria, Niger up. So they try and find kids from southern places,
Mhm.
um uh and uh and like definitely South Africa, Mozambique, Zimbabwe. Kids will just disappear, or they'll actually be used. Also, there's something in our country called Lobola, where you can
Mhm.
uh, you can actually buy a wife when she's 14 years old if the parents are willing to accept, and
Mhm.
whatever your price is. And in
Mhm.
our country, tribal law mostly supersedes constitutional law. So though we've got a freedom charter
Mhm.
and we've got rule
Mhm.
of law for the most part, um, it's
Mhm.
perfectly acceptable in a lot of communities to just go there and but now that
Mhm.
lobola thing, the flip side of that terrible coin is also that most young men who love a woman, even if they're well churched, well raised young men, good Christian, hey,
Yeah.
um uh they they can't afford their own wife because because you've got to still play la bola even as a young man. So let's say you love this young lady, 22 years old, you want to get married, there's a
Okay.
bride price. And if
Mhm.
you can't afford her, you can't get married. So a lot of the dudes will just get a woman pregnant, move to the next one, get another one pregnant, move to the next one, so you end up with all
No,
these
okay.
fatherless children running around, and you get this dehumanization of people in their own eyes. Um,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
in general, um, look, in our country, women have got a lot more of a conscience. I think most of Africa,
Mhm.
you'll find that the women have got a lot more of a conscience than the men. Um, because the men are
Mhm.
so dehumanized and they're raised with crazy cultural beliefs, about women. Like you just stop listening
Mhm.
to your mom at a certain
Mhm.
point, and you just start. I mean, anybody or anything that's weaker than you, it's just Animal Farm after a while in high poverty areas. So, so we work with a lot of pastors. Those are usually men who have
Mhm.
morals. So for a man who
Mhm.
grows up in poverty, regardless of your race or your culture, but for a man to grow up in poverty and actually have solid, strong morals, that is a man worthy of respect. Because they've had to overcome incredible
Mhm.
obstacles in a world where it's dog eat dog, and um,
Mhm.
and then uh, your support structure is usually women who are taking care of entire families by themselves, because the men are so depressed. Uh, post traumatic stress disorders because of you know
Mhm.
like the male identity is really in provision. You know, a woman's
Mhm.
identity is mostly in the nurture factor. Um, so so it's
Yeah.
mostly, I don't want to generalize. There are exceptions to the rule, but if a
Yeah,
man
for
feels like
sure.
he can't take care of his family, or if he wants to help people and he can't,
Mhm.
he's it's there's an intense thing that happens there. It's like you feel like you're nothing. You're a failure, you're worthless, and then
Mhm.
add the pressures of society. So a lot of those dudes end up giving themselves over to anything that makes them feel not worthless. Gives them, which is
Mhm.
often
Mhm.
total degeneracy and absent morals.
Mm.
It's like you look around to see who's weaker than me, and you dominate them to try and get some semblance of control and power. So,
Mhm.
during school time, you can keep the kids mostly safe from that because they're in the care of their moms and their grandmoms and that kind of
Mhm.
thing. But during school holidays, the moms are usually working, and
Mm.
now
Mhm.
you've got mostly unemployed young youth men, and predators looking for children who, so if a kid is like 3, 4, 5 years old, they can easily disappear. And you can always that it's
That's
yeah, so
horrible.
they snatch them. So we try and have camps and stuff where we fetch those kids during the school holidays, when they're
Mm.
most at risk. So our goal is to actually build entire campuses where we can just full on give sponsorships. It's easier than adopting. This region is 14,000 kids. So we want to have these campuses, and then you just like
Okay.
sponsor them all full. Uh, they're going to live
Yeah.
on the campuses.
Where they're full like yeah, they're going to go live in there and then so you guys can like basically supervise them and they're not out
That's
where
it.
they
Yeah.
can be like taken away or like abused or anything bad
But
happening
we
to
wouldn't
them.
get that with government money. Government is completely corrupt. Even the lotto systems are corrupt. The so we
Yeah.
just that's why we just decided, okay, well, I decided I'm just going to throw heart and soul and every fiber of my being at building a gaming ecosystem that because it's
Mhm.
fun. I'm a creative guy, and um, uh, the business potential of it will be able to far exceed any of my paltry fundraising that I've done in the past.
So you think that by building a game and by like having people basically play it worldwide, like hopefully, you would be able to make money? Because I feel like the gaming industry is so difficult, though.
Well,
I don't know if that
any
makes sense, but it's like, yeah, it's like,
any startup has got a 3% chance of success.
Mm-hmm.
Any startup.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's in the West. So that's
Yeah.
when it's got a good chance in a bull market. So it's not
Yeah.
about the gaming that's suffering. It's just that there's more games, but still,
Uh-huh.
in a bear market, 1.5% of those games are going to succeed. In a bull market, around about three,
Yeah.
maybe slightly over 3% are going to succeed. But it's like when people look
Mm-hmm.
at games aren't doing. No, it's just you're seeing the normal numbers fail. That's why
Mm.
anything that
Mm-hmm.
is hit based, any product that you launch, any
Mm-hmm.
game or TV series or movie that you launch, it's hit based. So our model is
Mm-hmm.
really to do a lot of games. So our vision is to a lot of games with a
Okay.
centralized NFT
Mm.
system. So so
Okay.
our business model really is about the NFTs, about the community buying and selling from each other, about us
Mm.
selling NFTs. All the
Mm-hmm.
games are free. Um, but you start off by realizing there's no problem with the games industry. It's growing. It's the fastest growing financial sector. It's AI hasn't caught up with gaming. Like it's just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so massive. Um, like
Mm-hmm.
AI's money enriches corporations, but most of that enrichment
Mm-hmm.
comes from multi global governmental investment. So
Mm-hmm.
their
Mm-hmm.
IPOs and all the stuff that they're doing it's it doesn't really connect at a human level. If you had to
Mm-hmm.
connect, at a product level, a lot of those would still kind of be running at a loss. But the gaming market globally is it like Roblox does
Mm-hmm.
more money than all of the other games combined and more than any Hollywood franchise. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that is with the current only like 33. I'm just saying that it's like a third of the planet is still even en route to internet literacy. So
Mm-hmm.
so with things like Starlink, there's this
Mm-hmm.
perpetual motion occurring, this momentum that's occurring where as more third world countries start to get internet, you've got more people coming
Yeah.
into the ecosystem, and everybody loves entertainment. All young people want to play games and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've still got this colossal business, but most people in Web
Mm-hmm.
3 who came in here were game makers, not business people. Their
Yeah.
credentials were that they can make games, but they don't know how to market stuff. They don't
Yeah.
understand user retention and user acquisition, user retention. They don't understand proper customer service. It's not an indictment; it's just a statement of fact. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so,
No,
when you look
absolutely.
at it on the Web3 platform, normally it's like a 3% chance things are going to survive. But now coming to
Yeah.
everybody in Web3 are early adopters, everybody's pioneers. They're
Mm-hmm.
all goldfish, so they're just like, ooh, look at tree, ooh, look at tree, ooh, look at tree.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you can't judge what the gaming industry is going to do by what you're seeing in an early adopter ecosystem. Um, you have to
Mm-hmm.
judge by building for a future that doesn't exist yet. And the
Yeah.
future that we're building for really is when there's a normalization of people owning in-game assets, owning their inventories, uh, multiple games all using the same asset pool from the inventories, people being able to actually sell their inventories to each other for real money that they can offboard,
Mm-hmm.
which is now incredible because in the last 2-3 months, more and more service offerings where you can actually have crypto on your credit cards is happening. So
Yeah.
the world is
Yeah.
changing so dramatically, so fast. That's what we're building
Mm-hmm.
for, and that's
Very
what we're
fast.
preparing for.
That's very interesting. And I didn't ask you that to be mean or anything like that, but it's like it's I've talked to Web 2 developers as well, because I like talking to a lot of different people. And a lot of like the feedback that you get is that, it's just like very hard to survive as like a game developer. And it's like, it's very hard to make fun games that people enjoy playing. And I think one of the biggest problems with Web 3 is that a lot of the games were also made by teams who were trying to maybe focus on the financial side of things instead of just focusing on trying to make something that's actually fun to play. And I think that's probably one of my biggest complaints. And maybe that's not even true, but I feel like everybody just kind of in crypto is more like trying to get as much money as they can without like giving something that's a good product, or just actually trying to build something useful that people want to use. And it's like that's what I want to see more of, is like either fun, just build a fun, then integrate. There's ways to integrate Web 3 things that just make sense for your specific game, because I think that Web3 integrations do make sense in a lot of ways for a lot of different things. And they do make sense in gaming, like you said, being able to own your inventory and like sell rare skins or whatever, and just have like that economy going on in your game. Like it does make sense, but it's like, but you have to make a fun game to play. you know.
Well, most of these guys make fun games. There's very few games that I've played that I didn't think these were fun. Web 2 and Web
Mm.
3. It's just you a fun game and excuse me, and money are one
Mhm.
of thousands of variables
Yeah, that is
that
true too.
like the biggest decision factor is always the who,
Mhm.
your community,
Yeah.
your friends,
Yeah.
the people that you hang out with, play with. Because I've built a lot of mega clans.
Mhm.
Usually 1,000 people in a clan. Like
Mhm.
multiple, and in that, I learned so much about how a clan mindset works, because and this is what a lot of the creators, when they do their
Mhm.
posts, kind of miss out on, is a lot of times people don't make the decision on what game they're going to play about whether it's fun or not, or whether they make money. They make the decision based on whether their friends will play with them. Will their will because they've got to leave a community. You've got to
Mhm.
It's like leaving your family
Mhm.
when you go and play this new game.
Mhm.
And if your family
That is
doesn't
true.
come with you, then you'll just play it and that's that. But if your whole
Mhm.
family comes with you and you all play together, you'll stay there
Mhm.
longer.
Mhm.
So so to build something where people actually stick around,
Mhm.
number one, if you've got good viral momentum where an
Mhm.
entire community is built around it and it becomes cult like,
Mhm.
uh, then people will stick around, they'll make friends, and they'll keep playing the game way after it was fun anymore.
Yeah.
They'll now start playing because their friends are there with them,
Mhm.
and they will jump through any hoop to
Mhm.
play that game because they like the people who are building the game often,
Mhm.
or they like there's something about the people that they get to play with, or the
Mhm.
game itself is rewarding.
Yeah.
So you see, B commented there, cult of awesomeness. Midat Catalyst has been a pretty bad one. Yeah, no, there's been a lot of, but there's bad games everywhere. Steam is just full of
Yeah.
terrible games.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
So
Mm.
at the beginning, you were asking about our community. The community is our
Mhm.
first priority. You, if you want to build something incredible, the first thing you've got to really focus on is building a community around it. And a lot
Mhm.
of these guys can't build communities because they don't love people.
Right?
Um,
Yeah.
they either view people as an extractive
Mhm.
source, or they view people as a heavy carry, or
Yeah.
um, so you genuinely have to love people first of all, so that you can build for them.
Right.
Um, Yeah, so B says the cult of awesomeness. So that's what we
Mhm.
jokingly call ourselves. We're
Yeah.
building this like cult where we all just together, and we don't tolerate scumbaggery and
Yeah.
nastiness, and
Mhm.
um, like narcissists don't survive around us. Um,
Mhm.
uh, because that's the community we want.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so now, um, in Web3, if you can have, well, with our business model, if you can have 2 to 5,000 players, you can do around about $2 million a year. So all we have to do is focus on this one particular mindset,
Yes.
uh, this this one particular way of thinking, speaking, hanging out. That's why we all show up every day, because
Right.
we all share values. It's not just about the game. A big game will explode, and unless it has the ability to build lots of communities, like Destiny 2 was really good at that. Star
Mhm.
Citizen is second to none right now on building a cult. Um,
Mhm.
like that has to be your focus. Just building your game and then doing a big marketing campaign.
Mhm.
This is because this is what you see with a lot of these posts. We did this. We spent all this money on KOLs. Um, uh, KOLs should
Yeah.
just be KILLs, because they kill anything that they promote. Because
Yeah.
you generally know KOLs got paid to promote this thing. It's
Absolutely.
neither good nor bad. It's just they promoted it.
Mhm.
They didn't promote it because it was good. They promoted because they
Yeah.
got paid, and
Yeah.
everybody knows that. So instead of pumping the money into building communities, because they don't know what to do, as you release your game, you're like, okay, I need players. You send that thing out. People come and play the game, but they're lonely.
Mhm. Yeah.
We live in a very lonely world,
Yeah.
and there isn't that connection. There isn't this like party hats and streamers and stuff. When you come into the
Yeah.
community, there's this ice cold thing, and you get scammed and you get attacked for anything you say. In most of these communities, you just don't want to be there because it's
Mhm.
toxic and it's
Yeah.
nasty. And so so the if you want to build a game in 2026, you kind of have to realize that you're in 2026. Your target market are Gen Alpha, Gen Z, millennials, and one or two Gen
Mhm.
X's. And these are very lonely, angry people who are just done with racial identities and
Mhm.
ideologies and politics. And
Yeah.
they're exhausted by the 5% who are so loud. They don't want to have
Mhm.
anything to do with them, because 95% of the generations are just, they just want to survive and live
Mhm.
and have families and not worry about
Mhm.
what you know what anybody else thinks, about fighting about who goes into what bathrooms. And they
Yeah.
they just want to play the game, talk about what's in the game, and care about each other.
Yeah.
So if you want to build anything in
Mhm.
2026 that requires community, you have to have a little bit of social engineering uh,
Yeah.
in your understanding.
And I agree. That's okay. So that was very relevant and it resonates a lot because it made me think. And it's not even just about games, building a community, and how you explain that you would have to build a community is so important for even like NFT projects. And it made me, I'm really into Azuki, and so it's like I
Yes.
always think about Azuki, and it really made me realize how you're right, because what they did in the beginning is they built a solid foundation, and that's why they've survived so long. They're like one of the only like projects that launched back in 20, I think they launched in 2021, or like late 2020. I'm not even really sure. They built a solid community, and it was like, and they had like, they encouraged like a specific type of vibe in their community, and like they created this place where everybody would just come and hang out. And then like the community loved everything that they were doing. Like they loved the characters, they loved the lore, and that's why, and I'm really convinced that that's why it survived for so long, because you have a family there. and it's basically how, even like reflecting on like, well, how do I feel about it? I feel the same way. It's like, would I go and leave all these people that now I've made friends and like I'm in group chats with every day? I like go in and I talk to them in the morning, I talk to them before I go to bed. It's like, would I leave them to go be a part of another NFT project? No, I really won't. It's like I'm staying there like forever because I've made all these friends, and it's like I like, and it's been like so long now. It's like it really like makes so much sense, because you said, would you go play another game like alone, if you can't, if your family like and all your friends don't like to play it? Probably not. And it's like you would probably just stay playing whatever you guys were playing this whole time. And it
Yes.
just like it just makes so much sense, and it applies to more than just games. Like I said, it applies to even like NFT communities, and it's like, and also like there's something about like trauma bonding. It's like if you've gone through a lot of bad things
Yes.
together, like you will stick together and you would keep. And I think that's like that applies to Azuki as well, because they have had like very like tough times, and it's created this like kind of like a trauma bonding. It's like, we were here
I'd
when
love to
everything
have
was so
Azuki as
bad.
playable NFT in our game. That's actually a good idea. I think we need to reach out to someone there. Um, and
Into
that's another thing we did. We made
yeah.
the game so that your Azukis, if
Uh-huh.
that community decides they'd like it, they would be playable assets in all our games. So that's one of our designs, because it's all about communities,
Yeah, yeah, right.
and so it becomes the
Absolutely.
Azuki clan.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see.
Just like in Other Side, that's kind of like what Other Side is trying to do with their game. I downloaded, I haven't played it yet. I don't know what it goes on. I really want to try it out just to try it out. But there's also like somebody who's building a fighting game right now. And I don't know if you've seen it. The game is called Jikoi, and it's like a fighting game, and they're building like characters for like different communities. I think they're gonna have Basie, and they're definitely building Azuki because they're working on Azuki 3D models based off of
Mm.
certain people's characters that have given them like they've allowed them to use those characters in the game. And so it will be really interesting to see how that game will do when it comes out, but they're still working on it. I think it's still pretty early. But I mean, it's a good idea, it's like I don't see why not, why you
Well, we
wouldn't,
do it
but
with a lot of other communities. It works. It
yeah.
works. It gives your NFT suddenly have much bigger utility, and people can actually do screenshots. Like in the chat, B's got her own collection, and so she's
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
We call people who have her NFTs her drones, because she's the queen
that's
bee.
cool.
And in the chat, she's busy working on a collection. Midnight Cats lady's working on a collection. Um, we just started chatting to JT. We're going to figure out how we can do stuff together. Um,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, so it's all about community.
Yeah, it
You get,
is.
you focus on that, but the when people say the gaming market is difficult, it is very, very difficult, because there's more programmers than there've ever been.
Mhm.
It's easier to make games than it ever was.
Mhm.
Um, it's There's less money on average, less budget, so because
Mhm.
there's proliferation, because now it's
Mhm.
not just one or two major studios working with very rare skills in game design, and
Mhm.
game development and programmers. It's now millions and millions of people. It's like my argument with developers right now is, you guys have to realize you're in a new world. You can't charge what you used to charge,
Yeah.
because uh, we can do most of what you can do just with AI now. So
Yeah.
you've got to readjust. And if you want to charge what you used to charge, you have to be willing to work with AI. We're not going to go
Yeah.
into ideological fights with you about, some Jacobite or
Yeah.
Luddite approach, which is, people who just are nasty and angry, and they answer progress from their lizard brain, with
Yeah.
that fight, flight, freeze response. That there's a future that developers have to be aware exists. Those of us who are building, it's one thing when you're the one receiving the salary, but when you're the
Mhm.
one who has to pay the salaries, you're dying. You understand?
Yeah.
It's like you're every single night of your life is you don't want to, you feel guilty to go to sleep because you think I could do more to bring in money, to hire
Yeah.
people or to pay salaries, or so you a lot of folks who are used to getting salaries and being angry at their employers and that kind of thing, they don't realize that they agreed to receive X amount of money to provide X service, and
Mhm.
then they get angry when they get asked to work, or they don't do what they're asked to do, and then they want to
Mhm.
charge you extra because you've asked them to do what you actually asked them to do in the first place. They can't stick to a game development document. They can't. Now, those of us who are employers, also, we were sick of them before AI arrived.
Mhm.
And so AI arrives, and we're like, glory, hallelujah. Uh, you, it's like, um, it'll get harder and harder for people, and this is the future that I know is coming. It's going to be less about your physical skill, and it's going to be more about your people skills,
Yeah.
your ability to respect and honor and be grateful, and those things where you realize that people who are, not everybody is this big corporate overlord, greedy dude who buys a yacht instead of paying your salary. So to
Mhm.
treat everybody like that, um, and this is what a lot of those guys don't realize is
Mhm.
is if someone employs you now in 2026, it's
Mhm.
with their own blood.
Yeah.
They, and
Mhm.
you work with them. You're working for them, but you're also working with them to make sure that blood keeps flowing into your veins as well.
Yeah.
Um, so my experience with developers in general is they're still trying to charge 2-year-old fees
Yeah.
in a world that doesn't exist anymore,
Yeah.
and they refuse to embrace artificial intelligence to help them.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so they take much longer than they should. They should be
Yeah.
doing things in a day or two, not taking weeks.
Yeah.
Um, and uh, and as long as they're not embracing this technology, they'll not only not get jobs, but they'll have to change their entire career
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they'll become irrelevant.
Yeah, and it's something, it's very, yeah, it's very, yeah, and as I was about to say, like they need to, like basically it's like you cannot stick to what you used to do, refuse to use AI and like just be slow and then expect people to charge you like for your work that you're doing without using the tools that are available to you to become faster and more efficient. So it's like, yeah, you'll be taking less money maybe for specific jobs, but at the same time you can do those jobs way faster if you just learn to use AI. And it's like you could be more productive and basically like just get more things done. And then but you're going to be getting paid less for those jobs, and it's like it's just what it is, and it's like you cannot stick to how it used to be. And that the world is going through, and I think that's why everything is so difficult right now, and the job market is also so difficult, is because the world is like going through this like shift of like trying to adjust to AI because it came too fast. And so it's kind of like we're trying to catch up to like how do we do things properly, and like people need to retrain and they need to like start like doing things differently, and we're all like trying to figure it out. It's like employers are trying to figure out how to hire people better, like people who are looking for jobs are trying to figure out how they're going to do their job like with AI. And it's like because there is a learning curve to AI, and it's something that like is, to me personally, I think it's I get frustrated sometimes because it's like, so you can do anything with AI. That doesn't mean that you should, and it doesn't mean that it always looks good or works well, because
Well,
it's like,
AI is like a 4-year-old genius right now. It's
yeah,
like
it's
a
like
toddler who's a genius. So you can't think you're talking to an adult.
right, and it's like I get frustrated because I'm a very visual person. So I come from like a graphic design background. I'm also like an artist. I love pretty things. I have consumed pretty things my whole life. It's like I like to look at art. I like to look at like, posters, and like I like to study graphic design, and I like to make things look beautiful, right? And
Mm.
so what I have noticed is that there is just so much slop out there, and I get frustrated with it because it's like, because you can prompt it, but you're not doing it well. The AI is just giving you just this vomit of just ugly things that look the same as like 90% of other people like are making as well, and it just does not look good. It has a very AI type of, I don't know how to explain it, but it has a certain visual, and that visual is not polished. It is not good. It doesn't have a specific style. It's just AI vomit, right? I get very frustrated with it because I'm like, you can do better. It takes 5 minutes. You just have to do some research. You have to like get some references ready. You have to decide what kind of
Well,
style you're
AI
trying to
can't
do,
cure a lack of creativity. So I was
right?
a
It
creative
cannot.
director for many years, and
Yeah.
this is another point that I have. Like, uh, it's a time in history where creatives can
Mhm.
become wealthier than ever before
Mhm.
because yeah, I was chatting to a bunch of devs. There was this,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter. We were in this group chatting, and I
Mhm.
said, listen, guys, the world you're in right now, you have to realize if you're a developer, you know things, you know how to prompt and communicate and use terms
Mhm.
that will make the AI a lot sharper and smarter.
Mhm.
If you're a creator, if you're an
Mhm.
artist like Los Snow, like a designer, you can set standards and
Mhm.
communicate
Mhm.
uh, on a whole different level. Wonder if I can convince my wife to come and give me a kiss here. She straightened her hair, so she's my girlfriend now. When her hair's curly, she's my wife, and when it's um, uh,
That is so cute.
so she's just taking care of the dog, and I'm sure she'll come give me a nice kiss. Um, so there's an unprecedented opportunity for you who are skilled to actually say to projects, listen, if you don't have money, let's talk equity.
Mhm.
Hello, Mrs. Walnut.
Mm.
This is my
Oh, that is so
scrumptious.
sweet. Hello. She's beautiful. You're beautiful.
She's very beautiful. Yeah. Lost Snow says, "You're beautiful." Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
just
the
so
wife
sweet.
of my youth, whom I love. Um, so, developers, artists,
Mhm.
you've got an opportunity now where you can actually say, "Listen, I'm going to use AI. You guys are making games. Let me handle your UX for you,
Mhm.
your user
Mhm.
interface.
Mhm.
Let me handle the blueprint systems for you for 5% of that game
Mhm.
or 2% of that project,
Mhm.
and then knowing there's a 97% chance things going to fail, so try and do 100 of them,
Mhm. Yeah.
because if one succeeds, you're a millionaire. So
True, right?
yes, so where you couldn't do that, you didn't have the time to
Mhm.
work with 100 different games. Now, if you specialize and you say, I specialize in user interfaces, or I specialize in animating faces, or whatever,
Mhm.
you specialize, and you just make it known, listen, I'll do this for equity.
Mhm.
Standard equity is 3% of your project, or standard, depending on your level of skill. Every guy and his dog developing a game will be, please. And
Can I tell you something that happened recently? I have something for, and I'm gonna show you too. I'm not gonna show it on stream, but I'm going to send it to you later. So there was a project that you probably know about, that you're aware of, and their graphics are horrible. Like
yeah.
that stuff, it is ugly. It looks like AI slop, and I saw it, and it was close to somewhere close, and I was like, I cannot see these people try to create this brand with these graphics. So I reached out, and I was like, please let me help you. I don't even want anything. I was like, I'll do this for free, right? Because I'm an idiot. And it didn't even matter. Like you see at the end of the story, but it doesn't even matter. I wanted just to help, because I also was like, okay, so if I get to help them and they really like what I did and they use it, I could put that in my portfolio. And the next time I reach out to somebody, I could be like, hey, look, I did this already. And it took me a day and a half. I redesigned everything that I could in like a day and a half, and it looked clean. Like what I did had soul. right? I know, and I know because I
Let's
showed
go.
it
Yes.
to like 3 or 4 different people, and they had good feedback, and they said that it looked good, and it was a way improvement of what was before, and I'm going to show it to you too later. And these people told me no. They were like, "We like our stuff," and I was like, "My brothers in Christ, it looks bad." So, and then I told them, if you ever change your mind, like just let me know. Just let me help you. I just want to make this look better because you guys are building something cool. People want it, obviously. Like you're building something that people want. But your competition and like the other platforms that are doing something similar have clean graphics that were not, maybe some of it was made with AI, but it wasn't pure AI because it looks good. And with like graphic design and like making posters and like making stuff like that, you cannot fully use AI just yet because things need to be tweaked. Like fonts sometimes don't line properly. There's like stuff that just needs to be done by hand. Most of it can be done with AI, but like certain things have to be done by hand and you have to go in there, you have to fix it. Whoa. And it's just like, but I think I'm pretty proud of myself of what I did. I'm going to show you and then you can give me your feedback as well. But they said no. They said they wanted to keep their existing graphics, and I think that they were pretty far into like what, and like basically they had committed to it. But it's like you can always rebrand. It doesn't. It's not you launched like a week ago. It's not too late. You can look better, but whatever. I'm going to let it go. But it's like something that I really want to do because I know that I see it. I see how their projects and brand and they like try to launch, but their graphics are just not great. And you can do it with AI. You can use a mix of like AI, a little bit of Canva, a little bit of Procreate, and you can make things look really good. But you have to be creative, and yeah, like you said, AI does not cure your creativity. It also does not magically gift you the eye of somebody who knows what looks good. It doesn't gift you the experience of like knowing like color theory or like being able to just organize words and images on a page that and make it look appealing. Like it just AI is just AI. It's just a tool. It's only going to be ever as good
It
as what
just
you are.
increases your speed. That's
Right?
it. It lets you do more. And,
Yeah.
like, so people will previously they didn't have AI so that it could work a little bit on this project,
Mhm.
work a little bit on that project. Both those
Mhm.
projects fail, or those founders steal money from them,
Mhm.
and then they're like, they want to do it anymore.
Mhm.
Whereas with AI, you can now just like broadly say, listen, I'll
Mhm.
do all your creative for you
Yeah.
using AI. I want 5% of the project's equity. I
Mhm.
want equity in on income, not on gross
Mhm.
profit or net
Mhm.
profit. I
Yeah.
want 5%. I want to be treated like an expense, and um, so when the money comes in, and then they
Mhm.
might say, okay, we can only do net profit. Then you decide there. So you're not deciding whether
Mhm.
or not you want to work with the project. You're just deciding at what level you're willing to go in at risk, and then you do like 1,000. Okay,
Yeah.
so you just go doof 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 doof
Mhm.
because you're only doing that thing. You're not doing the whole game. You don't have to worry about 50,000 things. You've got your templates. You've got your workflow.
Mhm.
You've got um, like a particular modus operandi, and off
Mhm.
you go. You just crank it out, and that's the opportunity that's there right now for people across everything. In the NFT collections and their game development.
Mhm.
Let me share something here quickly so that you can
Yeah.
have a good laugh. I'm going to show you something. Um, so this is. Uh, I'll just switch off audio. Um, so this is the. Hmm? What
I
did I
thought
just
you.
do?
I don't
Whoopsie,
know.
sorry.
You.
I shared the wrong thing.
Okay, that's okay. You
I
can share a
thought
different thing. I was
I
like,
clicked
okay.
on I clicked on Lost Snow. Okay, so
Wait,
this is our
can you try again? Because I clicked not where I was supposed to click. I'm
uh
sorry.
let's
I
see
was
it.
really
Stop.
close.
Don't worry. I've got you. So
Okay, cool. Okay,
okay,
Operation Safe Place. Okay, and
okay.
you know we talked about it. We literally have been talking for an hour and a half, and I haven't even gotten the chance to ask you about the
No,
game.
don't worry. We're gonna talk about artwork now. So um, I just need to turn my audio down, otherwise I'm gonna. Songs are so nice that they make you not want to do anything else in life. Just listen to them. Um, so what you're seeing here is we can't afford to hire a guy or a girl who does the user interface. So the user interface is here where you click launch, because that button over there has got blueprints behind it. It says do insert 5 million things here. So what I did is I said, okay, well, the skills I've got is I'm a creative guy. So I'm going to just, we managed to get some devs to help us when we had a little bit of money. And I'm just going to make it there's as few buttons as possible, because obviously you want a lot of buttons, but we'll make as few buttons as possible. But everything else we will do with AI and in-game graphics. So the background over here, that's AI. That video over there, that young lady lying on the bed, that's Lucille, a part of our lore. She's disappeared, and there she comes again. That's from Artlist. That's a stock footage of this girl that I found. Although I'm sure I can do better now because of AI. I did this like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. The background video over there, that's in-game footage that I just all stuck together because we can't afford a UI guy. So now a UI guy would be able to walk in and say, listen, I want 5% of the entire game. I'll do all your UI for you. That's the power that they have in gaming. Right. Now, so this was my strategy. I just click, and now the player, this is live on Epic Games right now. So now
Okay, cool.
by the way, everybody, this is live now, just telling my community as well, our community. So then I just made, with AI, I made all the stuff to communicate to you, firstly, that it's a demo, because I couldn't do it in the UI, you see?
Yeah.
And so over there it says your future's under construction, and I love scale, so I love things to be massive, and so I did all of that. You see, I just stuck the billboards in the game. It says, hope you're having fun playing our demo. We're just a group of gamers who know nothing about game development, and that's in there.
That's so
And
funny.
then when you run down here, so instead of launching from menus, we made it so that you launch off the artwork. So all of the AI generated artworks, all in ChatGPT. And there's like portals. You see, look at
That
that.
is
So
so
all of
funny.
you see, and it looks quite cool. And this character over here, I don't know what Restream's going to allow us to do, but I'll try and play a cinematic in a moment as well, so you can see what we've done with AI.
Yeah.
So I'll show you a quick map. What do you like? Do you want to go to a jungle? Do you want to go to a cyberpunk space vibe? Do you want to go to an industrial area? Do you want to go to a Tron-looking
Whichever.
vibe?
That one with the dragons. What is that? Can you go in there?
Yeah.
No, that one where the. So is that different maps?
Yeah, these are all different maps. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the boss arena. And, so here's your NFTs. So here's another example. So this is where your Zukis would be. So like there we go. So you've seen that bees in the chat. So let's see. Senior choice, I'm sure. That's his pandas over there. Then there's someone called Dirk who did those are mine, my joy bands over there.
So
Then you've
I
got
have a
trash
question.
pandas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, like, how do you guys make the models, like the 3D models for the game? Like, what do you use?
You'll see now. You don't need. We're not at that point where we need these to be 3D models yet. They're just
Oh,
artwork
okay.
that's displayed on vehicles above turrets.
Oh, Okay, okay.
You see? So, and you'll see how cool it is in a second. So yeah, we are. This is an EchoVant that you've your soul is transferred in here, and you're running around. And again, see, I just put like AI all over the place. You know, so the anti-AI crowd will hate this game. Luckily, we don't need them. So see over there, there's like it's so nice for lore building and world building, and because you know we this like that would have cost like $150 if you had an artist do that.
I mean, yeah, it's very expensive. Like if you
You know, if you build all these, that I'll show you quick. So it's a tower defense game.
uh-huh.
And you so all of the vehicles and stuff are going to be like this with stuff either on the side. See, there's branding everywhere. You'd be able to put lost snow everywhere, yeah, if you wanted to, and you'd
Yeah.
be able to do a whole clan thing. But watch this. So I put down a machine gun. There's the machine
Uh-huh.
gun. There's the artwork displayed above it, and then
Mm.
that range gives it more abilities. So it's specific.
Okay.
So it's bunnies. So later on, that'll let the weapons shoot faster or do whatever. Let me just get through one round here quickly, and then you know all of them have different artwork displayed above them. All the different turrets. You got 12 different turrets at the moment. And then you start the thing here. There's no sound on the stream, so don't know if it would make it double up.
Don't know
Anyway,
if I don't know how to make it have sound because sometimes it does have sound and sometimes it doesn't.
well,
When
let's see
you
if it
use
echoes. Yeah, usually I don't know what restream will do, but let's do this. So stop. Go to it because it wants to share the whole. Like it says system audio, which is so irritating. Can't share the screen. Yeah, so you can't share it with audio. I don't know. I think it might be my system that's not allowing multiple audio things. But anyway, so you'll see the main thing I wanted to show you. See how we use art.
yeah.
Everything is about art, and it's you know there's your turrets and everything, and they shoot everything that's coming down the passage there.
Can you use your own gun to shoot?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just lazy. Yeah, you have to, otherwise they're gonna, you know, your turret's going to do all the heavy lifting. You can shoot things. And this is just a demo at the moment, you know. It's got, I think there's like 6 maps that you can play at the moment. But anyway, I want to bore you with that.
Oh no, it's interesting. It's just interesting to see. I haven't played the game. I need to play it. Just because I just didn't have time this week. Because it was also Steam Next Fest, and I've been trying to play games for like Steam Next Fest. But hey, I'm going to try to like play some of your game because I wanna see how it is for myself and just like kind of go around and like look at all of it and explore it.
Let me see.
Somebody said that the gun gameplay is pretty sick.
Yeah, and it's like we've got new updated weaponry and stuff that we need to apply. But again, we just need a dev for that. We need to find a devil, you know, like developer. All right, so I'm going to show you a 6 minutes cinematic.
Okay, yeah.
Are you ready for that? And it's all done with AI for this world that we're building. So this is the future. That's why, you know, I don't even care anymore about when people fight about AI in games and stuff. I'm like, come on, dude. We don't have the money that your big AAA studios, who you hate anyway, they just hate everybody. I think they just generally hate.
They hate everything and everybody. Yeah, that is kind of true.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you ready? Are you ready, Lost Snow?
I am ready. I am ready.
Is your headphones nice and loud?
Yeah. At testing. Cool.
The children of the light taught me something after they pulled me from the dark. They said every soul bound begins with a search, not for power, not for glory, for something they cannot name. There was an old manuscript they kept in the archives. One line never left me. We all seek, but few find. At the time, I thought it was poetry. Now I know it was a warning. For months I wandered without understanding why. Every morning, the same feeling. Keep walking. Through frozen highways, across abandoned towns, past empty factories and silent roads. I couldn't explain it. I wasn't following a map. I wasn't chasing treasure. I was following a pull that came from somewhere deeper than instinct. Looking back, I don't think I was searching for something. I think something was searching for me. I didn't know it then, but I was about to experience my soul fall. When you first arrive in the in-between, nothing makes sense. One moment you're standing on solid ground. The next you're carried into an endless void on whatever piece of the world was torn away with you. A street corner, a rooftop, a hillside, an entire building. It all drifts through impossible darkness. There is no sky, no horizon, no up or down. Fragments of countless worlds float in every direction, caught in a silent current that never ends. Strangely, you can breathe. No one knows why. But don't mistake that for safety. You'll still die of hunger. You'll still die of thirst. You'll still freeze, bleed, or fall. Unless someone finds you, the in-between will claim you like it has claimed millions before. Most are never seen again.
Detected. Unknown survivor possible. Confirmed.
Twisted B search vessel 7. This is Ashgate Command. Fresh ripping event confirmed. Debris field is stable enough for insertion. Standard rescue rules apply. Recover all survivors. Prioritize soul-bound candidates and report any prime resonance anomalies immediately. Safe hunting, Twisted B.
Confirmed. Coordinates locked. Banking toward the signal.
Entering rift jump in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage!
Initiating bank. Hold steady. Signal strength increasing. Adjusting course to intercept.
Captain, Paladin 2. I've got visual. Single female survivor on a stable rift fragment. No beacon, no support, but her resonance signature is off the chart. I repeat, this may be a soulbound. Request immediate extraction authorization.
Copy. Systems green. Monitoring for hostiles.
Soulbound secured, Commander. We've got you, ma'am. Welcome to the in-between.
Coordinates locked. Ready for dispatch. Launch rescue shuttle.
The children of the light would later tell me that ordinary people don't hear the call. Soulbound do. They say the resonance reaches us long before we ever reach it. Only in surrender to the soul fault does resonance awaken. Only beyond the veil may the seeker discover who they truly are. I should have died there. Instead, I was found. And that's when I learned the truth. We all seek, few find. Fewer still survive the soul fall. If you're hearing my voice, if you found your way to the in-between, then perhaps the call has reached you too. Welcome. Your journey is only just beginning.
Transfer complete, Commander. Echo Vent, ready to go.
That was really cool. You guys did a really good job.
Now, let me ditch that there, cancel. I was going to throw that off the stage for being naughty. What? Is it still there?
It's I can still see it. Yeah,
I don't know.
I can
doesn't matter.
hide it.
Wait, I found it. Remove source. There we go.
Okay, but I can also hide it from my end.
Oh, nice.
But that was really cool. I'm really interested in like how you guys did that. So you only how did you do it? The video. What did you use?
So I did that in about 3.5 days.
Oh shoot. That's crazy.
I saved up all my Kling credits, and so I used a combination of Kling, Midjourney, ChatGPT, Grok, something called Astra for upscaling video, and then all the sound design I used sound effects and music from Artlist, and edited it in CapCut. So I mean, like I managed to just ignore you'll see there's like 3 different art styles in there, sometimes it looks like photoreal, and then sometimes it looks like cartoony. So I just said, okay, I'm just going to focus on storytelling and just close my eyes and pretend I don't see all the other rubbish, because I mean so in total, all saved up credits, all the monthly things and stuff, that thing was probably about $160 to make.
Wow.
But generally, when they make these nice cinematics, they usually spend about $2,500 in AI credits for something that long. But yeah, it's
Is
just
it so expensive? What the hell?
if you want to do something,
I've never tried to generate videos like that.
Well, if you want to do like what I did, you can do much easier, shorter things. But if you want consistency of character, the $2,000 for a 5-minute thing is really about being able to generate over and over and over in stuff like Seed Dance and Kling AI and in 1080p or 4K. Like optimally, you want to do stuff in 4K, but obviously I can't do that, because that's much more credits. So if you want everything to look exactly the same, if you want that cinematic flow, so I've done a lot of cinematic editing. Like part of the story I didn't tell is I was a creative director, my bread and butter, for many years. So I've directed and edited and stuff, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of music videos and TV ads and stuff back in the day. So so this is easy for me. And the more AI gets better and better and better, I'll actually, I want to do an entire cinematic or an entire series, and I just waiting, for either the prices to come down and become more accessible. Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Have you seen anybody talk about Nuco AI on the timeline on crypto Twitter?
What's it called?
Nuco AI. Let me send you the link. So this is their Twitter page. It's a project that I'm part of, and I joined way back, whenever they started. Their whole goal is to make people be able to create a universe. So you have whatever characters, whatever story you have, to give the AI a character, and basically so then you can be able to generate consistent type of videos, and to generate consistent videos that fit in your universe with your characters, and it's always accurate. That's their goal. And they created a character, his name is G-Boy, and they were making content with him, and they created a whole story about G-Boy, about his friends, about what happened to him. and now they're able to basically give the AI yes, neutral. Yes. And so they're able to give the AI specific characters, and the AI knows the rules of the universe. It knows the story, so it generates the characters in the story like naturally without you having to prompt like a madman. And so this is one of the characters that is part of like is he's like a side character in the story, and I think they were just doing a test to where they like generated this video. They told the AI to use the character, and the AI was able to on its own fit the character in the story and in the universe, and made it consistent with like everything else it knows about like the world that that character lives in. And it's very interesting. If you go back and you watch the other videos, you're going to see how they have like specific characters, and they're always included in the videos, and the AI is able to generate them like
It's
always
very
kind of
cool.
looking the
Yes.
same. I think that you would love to just, I don't know, to just explore a little bit of the videos,
Yeah, I'm
because
having a look. Yeah.
it's an AI project, and it's they
Mm.
this is the NFT collection they created last, and so it was like what 500 or like 1,000 pieces, I'm not really sure. And they were all generated with their AI, and these plushy guys, and they all like are look degenerate as well. But they're experimenting with AI and with AI agents and like storytelling, and like keeping basically being able to use AI to generate videos and content consistently in a specific world that you want.
So I don't see a website. Uh, do you have contacts with these guys, or is it a product, or
Yeah, I can reach out to them, and I can connect you if you want. I have to see how you reach out. I think there is a way to reach out to them, but I'm not really sure because I know the founders. I talk to them often, but I don't know. Recently, like they had some legal issues because they're ex Doodles people. I don't know if you know about Doodles, but they
okay?
used to work with
Yeah.
Doodles, and then there was some legal things that happened recently, and after those legal things happened, they kind of were quiet. I did reach out. They did say they're just working really hard on stuff, but but their whole goal is basically to help people like you with like AI stuff. I don't know their prices internally, like I've never asked, but um and it's like, I don't have like a project or anything like that. But they might just have some insight for you, or at least like, because I know that you can go and like use. They had something for Claude, for Claude, whatever, one of the AIs, where there was
Yeah,
like an
Claude. Yeah.
agent. And I'm so bad at these things because like the community can use like everything that they've made basically. Again, it's like it does run on credits, but it's like way cheaper than anything else basically, I think. And the community was able to make like they released like this bot, like I don't know how it works, but like it's something that you do with Claude, and then you can give it like your character, give it like different shots of your character, and then the AI puts it together, and then it can like generate consistent images of the same
Yeah, those kind of
character.
tools are really cool. But I guess I'm thinking it'll be very expensive. But I mean, I'm very keen to
Don't know
chat.
if it's going to be very expensive. I don't think it's going to be more expensive than anything else that you could have used. But then again, I don't know because it's like
Yeah,
I've
look,
never been a
everything they've got
client.
there is their G boy thing, but I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm always keen to chat to people who are busy with stuff like that, because I mean,
Yeah.
this is what we want to do. We want to, like, this universe has got very rich lore. It's
Mhm.
Operation Safe Place has got a 1,000-year love story
Yeah.
set in a crazy, falling apart, dystopian, crazy cyberpunk ecosystem.
That's
So,
cool.
so like, I want to do a lot of cinematics myself, but then
Uh-huh.
also we're building out lore on lore on lore for people to be able to do their own content.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so if there are platforms where we can say, okay, everybody go there, the entire lore Bible is there. All you have to do is just get your own artwork up for your collection or what's in your imagination. Like Vary in the chat, yeah, he's working on dragons, you know.
Yeah.
Paul's always on is trying to get our blobbies onto engine.
And
So, yeah.
they have been able to generate content. Like if you scroll like back, you're gonna find all of the videos that have been generated. And they have been able to generate like longer content, but I don't think it was been as expensive as like, using the tools that you were using. So I mean, I don't know, maybe it's worth talking to them. I don't know. I'm going to try to reach out to them and see, hopefully they're doing okay. They just kind of have been quiet. So
Yeah,
I
reach out.
don't know exactly what's going on, but I will try to reach out to them and like tell them that there's somebody that's interested in what they're building.
Yeah,
And
I'm keen to see, yeah.
because also there's another project called Final Bossu, and they wanted to make an anime. And they are recently like exploring basically being able to bring this anime to life using AI, because it is freaking expensive to do anime.
It's so
The
easy to do
traditional
anime
way.
with AI. It's like so easy.
But I think
Yeah.
what they're going to do is they're going to use a combination of like, because they do have a really good artist, so their artists can like draw a lot of what they need, but then to animate it they can use AI as like a tool. And they showed me like a really short video that was like, it was not even a minute long. It was probably like 20 seconds or something like that. But I couldn't tell it was AI. It was literally just looked like a normal anime piece, and I couldn't tell that they had used AI. So it's just, AI is a tool, and there's no reason to be mad at it. It's just silly. You're just going to become left behind, I feel like. But
Let me show you something cool. Look up at your camera and keep your eyes open. At your
my
camera.
eye?
Yeah. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. Okay, I got it.
Did I do it?
Yeah. And now I'm gonna go to imagine.
Did
I'll
you
share
just
it
steal
quick.
my soul?
I stole your soul. Yeah.
No!
I own your soul. I'll show you something crazy. I'm just gonna use Grok, So
Yeah.
so
I don't
I'll
ever
figure-
use Grok. I usually generate with ChatGPT, or I use CapCut. Because Grok pisses me off. Grok makes me so angry. It can never give me what I want.
Yeah, well, I mean, I usually use make an anime version of this lady.
I probably look like a potato in that screenshot, but yeah, I don't use Grok. I always use ChatGPT. I do all of my generations in ChatGPT.
I also do everything in ChatGPT every year.
I said fine.
Make an anime version of this lady.
But also, like all the so like all of the little chibi character that I use, like on all the announcements, everything, I do all that with AI. It's all based off of my Azuki Elemental, and I've made a full body version of her. She has different outfits. There's like a chibi version. Oh no, that is cursed. That is cursed, UncleFunk. That is cursed.
Make a Japanese.
Oh no.
Japanese.
What is this stream turned into? Brock is freaking awesome.
Version. Japanese. That's a female Japanese. Japanese cartoon anime. It didn't make an anime version.
I don't know why.
This lady. We'll see what GPT did. Let's go to GPT.
There you go. Yeah, it does really well. Like ChatGPT is awesome. Hey, I need that image.
There you go. There, look, that was Grok. Grok did
That's
that.
cute. I can use it for stuff.
Okay. She jumps up from her chair, and wields a flaming katana.
That's funny. But ChatGPT had some kind of an upgrade recently, and it's been doing really well.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
is
what I
very, very
generated
well.
yesterday. I was like, wow, it just blew my mind.
Let's use there's GPT's version as well.
But I also like recently have like an idea of like something that I want to do. So I've been trying to generate consistent like images of these characters, and like I want to make plushies out of them. So we're gonna see how that goes. Is it generating a video? I've never used Grok for generating video.
So usually I'll make the pictures in ChatGPT and then bring them over to turn them into a video with Grok. But I find that currently Kling and Google Flow are really much better. Like Grok gets some things right, Midjourney gets some things right. I mean, if you've got unlimited budget, look there. What's it? Oh,
It thinks I'm a nun.
yes.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
There we go.
It is so funny.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy that we did that in a few seconds.
Yeah.
And it looks legit, eh?
I mean, it looks okay. You can tell that it's not like, but you can do better with like, I don't know, better like, if you spend more time prompting and like, Oh, it generated more than one.
Yeah, this is the version that I brought over from GPT.
That's funny. That is funny.
Yeah, so if you spend lots of time prompting, because you got to know what you want.
Yeah,
so in that
absolutely.
video that I showed you, I mean, look at the let me see if I got this thing open.
Oh, I think you're also going to have a kick of this. If you look up some MD made it, he is somebody who always is using AI to generate all kinds of cool videos. He makes really cool content. Like he has been killing it. Can I share my screen so I can show you guys what he does? Oh wait. So let me show you. I'll just hide this real quick. So MD is crazy when it comes to this stuff. Like I think this is one of the last videos that he generated.
Yeah, it's cool, eh?
So he does, and it like how he does it. It's all like consistent. It all has like an art style. He's been doing. There's more than one video using this character specifically. And so I don't know. He's so good. He's the stuff that he does is insane, and it looks.
You see the
it looks
character
so
sheet
good.
at the bottom. Yeah, that's what you do. You just use a character sheet, and then the stuff gets better and better and easier and easier. It's like I'm busy with part 2 of I'll share it now. Part 2 of it's pity I can't share audio, man. You see, but like, I'll show you the other consistency also works. So that video that I showed you now. Yes, Souls, you need a character sheet, and ChatGPT can build you perfect character sheets, and then you maintain consistency throughout.
Yes.
Character sheets are the magic. It's a kind of magic. Oh man, I can't share audio. That is painful.
I'm sorry.
No, it's like
I don't know how to do it either.
No, it's my browser. There's something in my browser. But oh Lord, how do I? Let me just do this. No, that's yeah. There's a bit bigger. Yeah. So, this is quite challenging. So over there you've got these guys shooting. And you've got that slow motion stuff
Yeah.
comes out there.
That's pretty cool.
See, so to keep that consistency there,
Yeah.
let me just zoom in here on the timeline. Like you see, there's a particular look. So these are paladins, children of the light paladins, and they're I got to have them looking the same in every shot. And then I go to close up, and you see there because it's following a character sheet.
Yeah.
There's my slow-mo awesome shot. Their stuff is dying. Now over here, I had to cut off the edge of the thingy because it started hallucinating off my character
Yeah.
sheet, and it started.
Yeah.
You'll see on the side of that that shoulder thingy. What is it called again? A pauldron. I'll show you now when we get to the next shot. Go back here. It suddenly thinks they're Astartes.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's like
I
a
know
different
sometimes it
back-
starts hallucinating and it's like frustrating because it's like I'm not just do what you were doing until now. Stop inventing things. I didn't ask for this. Cause yeah, and I always use references. So if I want a specific color scheme, if I want like a specific like shiny effect or like something like that, I go find references of exactly what I want things to look like, and I use references all the time. I'm like, use this color scheme to do this, or like use this character sheet to do this, and then to keep everything consistent, and it still hallucinates, But we're getting there. It's getting better and better. Every
It
like
really
couple
is.
months, it's just insane. I remember when I first started using Mid Journey way back, it was just, it was a mess. It was a mess. Now that if you look back to those images, it was a mess. But now AI has gotten so good. It's just crazy. And it's
It's
still
getting better, yeah.
it is. But it is getting so much better. It like as I was telling you yesterday I generated something I can even show you later. It was very crazy because the art style that I used to generate a full image was very detailed, very particular. It was an actual artist that I used to work with, and I wanted the character that he had drawn to be full body because it wasn't quite full body. And AI did an amazing job of like keeping it consistent and looking like it was very close to his art. Like it was almost like hard to tell. It does mess up hands, still can't do hands very well, but it's getting better. Very
It really
crazy.
is.
Like
Yeah, I mean, and there's guys making full-on cinematics, like
yeah.
like you read of people they're winning these. So massive content creation companies are giving like $1 million, $2 million to make feature films, to creators to actually create feature films with their AI. So one of the things that I want to do soonish is start an international fellowship of actors who, again, they're keen to work for sweat equity. So it's people like us who just want to create incredible content, and if it makes money, it makes money. If it doesn't, you still try and do something brilliant. And then what you do is you create like a little kind of a green or a white screen studio of your own, and you can do it on your phone because these days phones, the audio is great, all that kind of thing, and you actually act out all the motions, the fighting, the speaking, the emotion, because then you can because then I can take that stuff, I can pop it into the AI, and I can change everything around you and actually have you acting. Because there's some people who can really act, and maybe there's people who can act, but they don't want their faces to be seen. They're shy.
Yeah.
So I'll show you something else here that's, I think you might have a good laugh. Maybe not. Oh, keep pushing buttons here. I pushed the wrong button. Plus local video. Restream is like very similar to StreamYard.
So I was
No,
I
no.
wanted to tell Souls. It is Souls Always On. I followed him on how'd you get character sheet or where? So we're talking about character sheets. You can have a character and you can give it to ChatGPT and you can tell ChatGPT to create a character sheet for you. And that way, I use ChatGPT because it does better with keeping. For example, I use my NFT. If I give my Elemental Ozuki NFT to Grok, it butchers it. It creates a character that does not look nothing like what I gave it. Maybe if you don't have a reference to keep consistent, it does good. But I usually go to ChatGPT. I give it my Ozuki Elemental NFT PFP and I tell it make a full body character sheet of this character, and then I describe how she's dressed. If there is no clothes, like if there's like if because you can only see the top where she's dressed, so like you don't know what she's wearing on the bottom. I describe what I want, or what I recently did, I took a picture of Jill Valentine, which is my favorite Resident Evil character, and I took my NFT of like my Azuki. I didn't click it right, UncleFunk. I'm sorry. Can you send it again?
No, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry. And so I was like, create a full body image of my Azuki Elemental and like give her the same pants as like Jill Valentine in the anime art style that you're seeing over here. And it created a full, like really well looking character. It had the same clothes as like Jill Valentine. And so you could tell it to also do like have the character sheet include like her from the front, from the back, or from the side, 3/4, and then it's going to give you, but you have to give it references. Like if you have a specific character that you're working on, you have to give it references of like what you're trying to do. Or if you're trying to create,
Well,
this is
flying
good.
to Avernus. Got a soul bound in the back. I'm a soul bound man. Woo, woo. Let's go.
That is so cool.
Oh no, man. It's now got the wheel of death turning. I wanted to pause it somewhere, but that doesn't matter. But so that's an example of if you act, and you know what I did there was I just had myself shirtless sitting here because it was summer. I didn't even
Yeah.
bother putting on a t-shirt or anything. I just filmed myself shirtless. Yeah, well, I'm flying to Avernus, got a soul bound in the back. I'm a soul bound man. Woo, woo. And then I just stuck it in the cling
Yeah.
with a reference picture from ChatGPT, and it
Yeah.
did that. And that
Yeah.
whole process took me 15 minutes. So
Mhm.
so now 4 years ago, that would have been $10,000.
Basically, yeah.
2 months of work. So yeah, so you can. I mean, I'm very excited about the future.
Same, and
Mm.
that's what the people from Nuko kind of like. That's like their whole how do I say their whole like message is like AI can help you unleash your creativity and bring the stories to life that you've been wanting to, but you just couldn't before. And they're trying to make a tool that would help people do that like consistently, basically build a world, like give it like your own, make it look however you want to look, and like keep all the characters always consistent in your world so then you can generate your content all the time using the same tool, and like not having to always rely on like these references and everything because the AI knows like this character's name, it knows how it looks, and so when you tell it to generate something with this character, it knows what it's doing without you having to always give it like these prompts and like references and stuff like that. And so it's very, I don't know, I hope that they're still working on it. I hope they're doing okay, but I'll do my best to like connect you guys because I feel like you would have a kick out of like what they're trying to build because it's right in your lane. um But Uncle Funk, is it okay if we end it here so I could go to bed?
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah, I
but-
feel like I asked you all the questions that I had, and it was super interesting talking to you. And I don't know. I think I've had more fun talking to you than probably a lot of other people. It was
yeah.
it was really great learning about everything that you're doing, and like, I'm just really interested in like even just like what you do in real life that doesn't have anything to do with like gaming and stuff like that, because you're helping kids, like, you're making a difference in people's like actual lives, which is amazing, and I admire that a lot. And it's like, and I've heard things about Africa. I've never been. I don't know how life is there. And it's like, until you go and you live in a country and you like actually start understanding the culture, and like you've seen it with your own eyes, you don't really know it. So you can only go off of like things that are like, I don't know, that you hear, and it's like, and then it's like you don't ever know if it's actually true or not. But it's just very interesting to hear from somebody who like actually lives there, and like this is, it's like your whole life, what you're doing over there. And I don't know, and I
Yeah.
hope that
Lived in Africa for 52 years.
and so I hope that everything that you do is going to be like, that you're going to be successful, but I know that God is going to take care of you, which is the most important thing. God is going to take care of you and all the people that you're taking care of. I know it.
Yeah, well, God is a long-term planning strategist with no regard for your feelings in the pursuit
Right?
of his altruistic goals.
Right?
so yeah,
That
it's
is
nice
so
to be
true.
used by God. You just you just have to realize that uh suffering is par for the course. It's it's
Yeah.
just where we are. And it was a lot of fun being on your show. I think it's your turn to come jump on the Funk Show next.
Oh, I will do it.
Can jump up there, and you can hang out. B will be on stage if you're there, and
Yeah.
probably we can convince a bunch of others, and then you guys can all giggle and do girly things there.
That's
Ma-
funny.
we must convince Sky to jump on stage because he's a very sexy man, beast, man face, sexy face man as well. Um, yeah, no, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. No,
Yeah.
thank you for coming. It was so much fun talking to you. I loved it. It was great. I hope that you're gonna come back on my show and we're gonna get to talk more.
Yeah, anytime. Just let me know. And it's the same time as my stream. So, is this usually when you go live? From
Yeah, I'm trying to. I used to go live later. I used to go live at like about this time, but I'm like, and then I stay up too late, and then it's really hard for me to like be like, I don't know, feel good the next day. And it makes me, I can't. I need sleep. Women need sleep. Women need more sleep than
Yeah,
men
no,
for
my
their
wife
brains to function
is
properly.
she
So
like sleeps. Well, I mean, I won't be able to raid you anymore. Maybe we'll just like end like earlier. Okay, we're all going to Lost now.
no, that's okay. No, I really appreciate you when you raid me. You don't have to, but I appreciate it so much. It's really fun. But yeah, I try to go live earlier so then I could go to bed and actually be a functioning human being the next day.
So you're not grumpy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
But
awesome.
thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna end the stream. Well, wait, let's raid somebody before we end the stream. And then, as I said, so I'm gonna reach out. Also, JT, thank you for being here. Great interview. Thank you for coming. Dead and old is wait, he's playing games. Or maybe Nox. Let's raid Nox. Wait a minute. I need to go back to my channel. Oh, and I'm hearing myself. Oh my god. It's like pure chaos. Pure chaos. Let's raid Nox. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you all. We had a great time. I'll see you next time.
Hee hee.